Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. This is Onestep here, and I am bringing you the FIFA series that I promised to bring you about 10,000 years ago. I finally managed to sort out my account and contact EA and get them to tell me what happened with EA Sports credits and blah 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 blah. So basically what I did was I had to buy 5 packs because my FIFA credits wouldn't carry over. Or FIFA points, whatever they call those green things. So I bought all these packs and I sold all the players I got and managed to put together this pretty good Italian league team. As you see, I got Schneider, Vukanic, Pranic, Lamela, Gomez, and I stupidly spent just like 500 coins too many and had to put in this stupid centre defensive midfielder for Argentina. But anyway, this series is going to be at first a road to League One. So what I'm going to be doing is working through the leagues, winning every game obviously, and getting to League 1. And I have a cold, if you can't tell. So I started playing last night. I played a few games last night, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Once I get to League 1, I guess I'll do the tournaments like the Bronze Cup and the Silver Cup and stuff. And originally I said my plan was going to be to buy a pack after every time I won the league as kind of a chairman investment. But unfortunately, by spending all my money on those, like having to transfer the stuff over and buy the packs, it meant that I haven't got any money left in my FIFA points. So maybe if I ever get stuck or ever need some investment, whenever the Team of the Week gets released or as a happy hour, I'll invest some actual money. But we went into our first game of the day against this team called Bulldogs, who had a good team, like good individual players, but I don't think he quite grasped the concept of chemistry, considering every single person didn't like the formation and the manager didn't like the formation. And it was a pretty uneventful first half in general, actually. I remember this game. It was my first game of the day, and you know it's always like you got first game syndrome. I thought I should have scored here, but for some reason I blasted it instead of chipping the goalkeeper, and that's a horrendous volley from Gomez. But it was a pretty uneventful first half. I had 10 shots, you can see there, and he had about 2. So I was on top. I was playing well, just couldn't apply the finishing touch. And you'll learn from my series that I am really bad at converting chances. I will just try and do ridiculous skills and dribble and not even score the one chance I have, and then I'll get beaten 1-0 by rubbish people. We run a corner there from Lamela, and in comes the header, and kindly gets controlled for us by his defender, and Lamela just pinches it off his toes and puts it away. It was a pretty poor goal to actually start with, but I felt after I scored the first one that there was probably chances to score a few more. He was pushing up further, and then we get lucky again. And Vukanic collects the rebound after a nice cross and header from Lamela, and I was starting to play well. I was starting to get my shit together. Franjic with a nice run, then a nice little chip from Vukanic, which hits the crossbar, and Lamela's there to volley it in. I scored 3 goals there in about 10 minutes, and it was definitely looking good. We started to get to work together well as a team. We were linking and passing, and I was figuring out what I was doing. I was warming up well, and so this guy decides he's going to try and sprint from kickoff. I tackle him, get the ball out to Pranic, who dribbles very easily, because this guy wasn't very good, actually, to be honest. Does a little roulette, gets absolutely destroyed. Advantage played. Advantage referee? No. So apparently that was an advantage there, never having the ball after being wiped out. His guy gets booked, which is wonderful. And I'm thinking, right, what kind of goal do I want to score here? Well, I could do whatever I want, really, because I was outplaying this guy, and somehow hurdle that tackle, do a chop, and it's a penalty. And you will learn from my series as well later on that I am not very good at. For some reason, I cannot score penalties. I never know how far I can put it into the corner. So I have Schneider, who's 84, which is pretty darn good at penalties. Somehow miss-kick this one. I don't know. I'm gonna blame the connection, even though it wasn't connection's fault. And I score, luckily. But this guy had enough at 4-0 after 4 goals in about 10 minutes of the game. And yeah, I'm going to say I'm the better player. And it's weird, I thought for a second here that he'd somehow pulled out his connection and had frozen the game. And I was going to lose and have no win record and have to turn off my PS3 and lose my DNF and cry and whatever. But fortunately, as you'll see in a second, the game finally does actually load, and I just get the you win 4-0 90th minute thing. Which was good, which is a good change from FIFA 12, because in that game, if someone pulled out the plug, you would sometimes get frozen, and it was ridiculous. And Lamela gets man of the match with a 10, I think that was. I earned quite a few coins, and as you can see from the match details, I was all over that guy. So that was a good start. First game in the 5th division, so it's not too difficult. People that you're playing against won't have the best teams or be too great. But after that, I went and bought myself a Slim Montari to replace that ridiculously poor bronze midfielder. So now I have Montari, who's a really good kind of centre midfielder, good in every area. He's got really good long shots as well, actually. He can hit a ball harder than... I think he's got 92 shot power or something ridiculous like that, so he's really good. And I decided, after that convincing victory, I will go into another game. I come up against this guy here, who has an Arsenal team, if I remember correctly. Yeah, he's got the Arsenal kit, he's got the Arsenal badge. I don't even know what I'm doing here. Why am I not pressing X? That's an interesting question. Half bronze, half gold, so not the best team, and I'm thinking, yeah, it should be an easy win, but right from kickoff, pretty much, figured out that he was one of those annoying people who just holds down L2 and twists and turns, and I can never seem to deal with that. It's the most cheap tactic in my mind. So he scores with across from Giroud straight away, and I am thinking, oh crap, I've got to do something. So I try and dribble from kickoff and get a free kick and play the most sumptuous through ball you've ever seen, chip the goalkeeper, and then somehow don't score. Vukinic decides, he controls it on the line. Vukinic decides that he's not going to run towards the ball. I think I thought I was offside, so decided that I wouldn't try and play the ball and just try and block everyone off, but didn't work out too well. And we get this passage of play here where it's like basketball. He goes up, I go up one and almost score. He almost got lucky there and scored. And then I should have scored here. I think Gomez gets outpaced by a bronze guy called Hutchinson somehow, who I don't quite understand how it happens. And Schneider picks it up in the midfield, plays a nice ball out to Lamela, does an incredibly nice flip-flap. Incredibly nice flip-flap. Wins the free kick. Schneider thinks, right, look at his stats, 83, 80, 90, 90. Goes for the old dipper. Tip around the post by the goalkeeper, and at corners, I have the beast they call Diakite, and he doesn't score this time, strangely. But his heading's 84 or something, but he's got a really good jump on him, and he's really tall. So, again, as I said, it was like basketball. He's running up the other end, and I'm thinking, oh god, mark the guy in the middle, don't mark the guy in the middle. And he's got Rosicky, holds down L2, doesn't even do any skill, and wins a corner. And as I was saying about me scoring from corners, lo and behold, Diakite up the other end, can't defend, controls it for him. And Giroud scores a gift of a goal, I'm going to call it, a gift of a goal. So I'm 2-0 down after 17 minutes. I'm not quite sure what's happening. I'm playing against a guy who's not got a very good team, and he's not a particularly good player. He plays like a bitch, but he's not that great. Diakite just lets me down there. But I pick up Lamela, does another amazing little flip-flap thing. Oh, I don't even know. Lamela's just one of my favourite players on the game. He's got 5-star skills, and he's absolutely brilliant. Gomez has a shot there. It's a really nice save from Szczesny. And don't worry, we have a corner. And Schneider, with his curve, whips in the ball. And Vukinic peels off from his marker and scores me a goal. I don't know why I celebrated. I hate people who celebrate when they're losing. It just feels really pointless. But I think I was just frustrated at that time, so I don't know. And Lamela should have made it 2-0 there. An incredibly good save from Szczesny with his hand. And this guy decided that his best policy now was to try and slow down the game as much as possible. As you can see, I've had twice as many shots on target as him. But yeah, he decides he's going to try and slow down the game as much as possible. So I'm really struggling. But fortunately, in the 78th minute, we finally get a chance, and Gomez goes through and slots it underneath the goalkeeper. As I said, he'd just been keeping the ball in his defence the whole time, and I was ultra-attacking, trying to score. So it's 2-2, and I'm thinking, yeah, I can get a winner here. I deserve it. So Vukinic takes down really nicely and turns and powers it into the side netting. One thing about Vukinic is that he has the most incredible ball control. He's like 92. So when you're sprinting, he's absolutely unbelievable. But that'll be the end of this episode, guys. It wasn't a great episode from me. I didn't play particularly well. There are better goals to come, I swear. But I dominated that guy. So that's 2 wins from 2 games. Not much you can do. Not much you can say about that. It's definitely a good start to the season, and we should be making our way out of this league pretty quick. So leave a rating, and love you all.